back to another video. So today I'm going to take you through a day in the life of a pro natural bodybuilder, online coach, personal trainer. It's Monday morning, it's just gone 4:45 Monday morning, so going to have my morning shake, which I've got just here. So as my glutamine, creatine, greens, some EAAs in there. So we're going to have that, get the morning started. Got a coffee made, ready to go. And then we're going to crack on with some check-ins. So I don't even know how many people have actually checked in this week, so I don't know how long this work block's going to be, but we've got some time to knock this work out. So we're going to get these sups in, get this coffee down, and crack on with some work. Also have myself a couple of scoops of lion's mane that I have alongside my morning supplements, get the brain moving, make sure that cognitive function's on point for all the work that I've got to get done. So we're going to get these sups in and crack on with these check-ins. Let's go in with 3 today. We've got a lot of work to get done. Alright, morning sups are in and we are just about to crack on with these check-ins. So looks like we've got 4 or 5 sitting there this morning. So we'll catch up on the notifications on the coach's app. Can't really see too much on the computer there, but get our client set up there, got our messaging system here, got our notifications that we've got all the weigh-ins and everything that coaches clients send through for me. So we'll run through, see if there's anything that we need to attend to quickly there, and then get on with these check-ins, make any adjustments to plans that we need to do, and yeah, that's the plan of attack for this morning before we head off to a PT session for 8 o'clock. So we'll do these check-ins here, jump over on the treadmill, knock out some morning steps, and then we head off to work for PT session this morning. So get busy with this work. just gone 5 minutes to 6, so about an hour of computer work done. Check-ins are all done for the morning. Had a few client updates through as well, so a couple of training plan updates, nutrition plans, that sort of thing. So that's all done. Monday morning work block checked off. So we're going to jump on the treadmill now, knock out a few morning steps. We'll probably have about an hour on there and then head off to work. While I'm on the treadmill, we're going to do some social media, make a few posts, get back to some messages on there, and just pass the time. I'm going to talk while I walk for a little bit. So I'll be on the treadmill here, got this walking pad, knock out probably about an hour of steps here. So currently today I'm just starting a mini cut phase, so going to be cutting for about 4 weeks, so bumping up the step count a touch. I was generally sitting around averaging about 20k steps daily. Super easy, not requiring a whole lot of effort to get that done, so it's just part of the routine now. Yeah, we're going to bump that up to probably 23 to 25k steps. A little bit more effort, but it'll fit in. No issues at all. When you've got a active puppy that needs a couple of walks every day, the 20k steps is done very easily. So morning steps on the treadmill, and then a couple of walks with the puppy, and yeah, very easy to get the steps done. So as for what we're doing with nutrition, maintenance calories were sitting around 3,600. So we're doing 3,900 calories on a lower body day, and then about 3,500 on my upper body training days, and then my rest days, non-training day, I was doing 3,300, somewhere in that range. So basically we're going to take away approximately 300 calories every day. So those numbers that I just said, strip those back 300 calories every day, and that's what our deficit's going to be for these next, at least initially for the next 4 weeks. Obviously if weight stalls, then we'll make some further adjustments, but that's the starting point for this mini cut phase. We'll go into a little bit more detail in some of the upcoming videos about what's to come, but yeah, for now, mini cut starts today. I'm going to knock these steps out and show you what we're doing, show you the meals, show you a little bit more about what I get up to in my day-to-day as a pro natural bodybuilder, online coach, personal trainer, all those things. So I'm going to crack on with these steps, and I'll see you guys back later on. Alright, morning work block done, morning steps on the treadmill done, and now we are out here with the puppy. Where is she? There she is. Hey, Holly. Alright, so we are currently out walking. We're going to head into work for our PT session. So we're going to get these steps done. We're going on a bit of a pre-work detour. Holly has some friends up here that are kangaroos, so she's searching for them. Aren't you, Ho? Where are the kangaroos? Where are they? Hey, where are the roos? You gonna find them? Let's go look. Come on. Come on. Any luck, Hole? Any luck today? Don't think so. No roos out today. Alright, Hole. Let's get to work. Alright, that's enough detours. Let's get to work. PT session awaits. PT session in the books, and we are back home now, and honestly that's pretty much the extent of my morning work done. There'll likely be another work block this afternoon after I finish training, but for now it's switch on athlete mode, get meal 1 prepared, eat that, and basically then we'll head off to the gym and get training done for the day. I'm going to finish getting ready, jump in the kitchen, prepare tomorrow's breakfast, and then we'll finish off making today's breakfast and get that in. So I'll see you guys in the kitchen. Alright, we are in the kitchen and we are going to get tomorrow's breakfast ready. So breakfast, pre-workout meal, cream of rice. It's been the staple for, must be going on 7 years now. I've been having cream of rice every morning for breakfast. So currently we're using the Rapid Sups pure cream of rice. This is a flavoured cream of rice that we have. This one's a peanut butter flavour, absolutely delicious. Cooks super easy, really good pre-workout carb source. Digests perfectly. So we're gonna get this ready for tomorrow. So we cook it now and then we chuck it in the freezer for a good couple of hours, let that set, and then we chuck it in the fridge for the rest of the time, and then make it up ready to go tomorrow morning. So tomorrow we've got 120 of raw weight cream of rice. So I'll weigh that out. Just over 2 scoops. 120. Perfect. Now we'll chuck some salt in there. Good amount of salt. Put some water in with the cream of rice. Normally go for about I think it's about a 1 to 6 ratio. I normally just eyeball how much water I'm putting in it. So that's ended up being 625 grams of weight in there on top of 120 of rice. So I don't know, you do the maths. I can't be bothered doing that right now. Anyway, this goes in the microwave. 3 minutes for the first. Cook for 3 minutes. Take it out, stir it. Cook it for another 3 minutes. Done. That's all we need to do. And I think we've got some protein powder that we'll chuck in that as well. Anyway, that's how I make my cream of rice. So I'm going to finish getting that ready, get breakfast ready for today, and I'll see you guys when I'm having breakfast. Actually, this is part of breakfast, so we'll show you this as well. So after my morning steps, I rehydrate. So we've got electrolyte supplement there, Dr. Hydrate. I get that one from Australian Muscle. They've been a long time sponsor of mine. Very happy to be a part of the team and have been for nearly 7 years now. So yeah, if you want any supplements, jump on australianmuscle.com.au, use my discount code SCOTT10 and save yourself some money on all the best supplements that they have available for you there. So I'm going to have my electrolytes now. I have one shake of this now and then I have another one during training. So I'm going to have my vitamins as well my morning vitamins. So we have 2 caps of fish oil, vitamin D3 K2 supplement, so 2 caps of that. Here we've got 2 IU of vitamin D going in there. Particularly being that it's winter, it's very important to keep vitamin D levels up. And then we've got 2 caps of zinc going in as well. And finally, some vitamin C. So that's morning supplementation, morning vitamins done. Basically nighttime supplementation, we do zinc, ashwagandha, some more vitamin C, mid-afternoon, early evening sort of thing. Nighttime pre-bed routine. So we've got blackouts, that's my sleep support supplement. And then just before bed, I have some 5-HTP and some GABA. I also have 1 cap of L-theanine that I have before bed. So those are the general health supplements that I use year round, pretty much. Also, this is the greens that I use. I had in that morning shake. So Health Juice by Transparent Supplements. Again, that's available at Australian Muscle, so you can grab yourself some there. Best health product on the market. Alright, breakfast for tomorrow is finished cooking. So that's been in the microwave 2 times, 3 minutes each. So we're just going to finish this off, chuck some protein in there, and then it's going to go in the freezer for a couple of hours. So we've got the Rule 1 whey protein, chocolate peanut butter flavour. Obviously pairs very well with the peanut butter flavoured cream of rice. So for tomorrow, we need to put in 16 grams of protein. That's just the requirements for my macros. All about precision here. So that's bang on 16 grams now. So you're gonna stir that in there, chuck in the freezer, and breakfast for tomorrow is ready to go. And then we'll get this morning's breakfast ready and consumed. So just gonna mix that up. Delicious. Super simple. That is tomorrow's breakfast done. And look at that consistency. Super silky. And that will go down a treat tomorrow morning. It's going to go down a treat right now actually, because we've already got one of those made. This one's going in the freezer for tomorrow. This one's coming out of the freezer for today. So we're going to chuck the toppings in on that. So we've got some blueberries, raspberries going in there, a little bit of peanut butter and some sugar-free chocolate topping to go in on top of that. So I'll show you the finished product once I've put all that together, and then we'll get that meal in. Let it digest for a little bit. Won't take too long because it digests super quick anyway. We'll get the pre, intra, post-workout supplements all sorted, and then head off to the gym. 99, 103, that's way over. 100, boom. 100 gram frozen raspberries in there, and then we've got 90 grams of blueberries to go in as well. Love having a lot of fruit in my diet, so we, as you'll see today, fruit in with breakfast. We've got fruit in post-workout, which we've got some pineapple in that meal, and then we've got some more berry, and we've also got some strawberries in with the Ninja Creamy, which I do post-workout as well. In the last meal of the day, my oats, I also have another serving of fruit, but I mean each serving is more like 2 servings of fruit, so I have a lot of fruit throughout the day. Absolutely love it. Fits into the macros, and yeah, delicious sweet treat. A massive sweet tooth, so the fruits help with that, help curb those sugary cravings. So we've got 90 grams of blueberries going in here, 92, take that one out, and that's 190 grams of fruit in with breakfast. And we've just got some peanut butter to go in with that. So we've got 26 grams. You smooth or crunchy peanut butter. Personally, I'm smooth. So weigh out 26 grams. Drizzle that in on top. That's 19 so far. That's 25. Just need one more gram. 26. Perfect. Now some sugar-free topping. Chuck these berries back in the freezer. Speaking of reducing sugar cravings, sugar-free toppings, if they sit well with you and digest well, definitely jump on those. Absolute lifesaver for sweet cravings. So we've got 45 grams going in there. And that is 45 grams. So a serving is 25, so we've basically got 2 servings of that, which is about 20 calories. It's all accounted for in my macros, so no issues there. Yeah, 20 calories. Exactly right. So meal number 1, and there's the finished product. Oh yeah, that's a sweet treat. So that is 773 calories all up. So we've got 29 grams of protein, 123 grams of carbs. So we've got 120 grams of the cream for ice in there as well, and 20 grams of fat. So gonna go and take down this meal. As I said, let it digest a little bit, get the sups ready, head off to the gym. So I'll see you guys back to get the sups ready. Alright, we are back. Breakfast is consumed, and now we're going to get the supplements ready for the workout. So we've got 4 shakers here. We've got the pre-workout, we've got the shaker full of electrolytes, which I've almost overfilled with water. There we go. And then we've got a third shaker. Sorry. We've got pre-workout, we've got intra-workout, which will have 250 ml of coconut water, topped off with water. And then we've got the intra-workout formula, which is EAAs essentially. Some other ingredients in there that help with improving training performance. So that'll go in that one, and then we've got the electrolytes, and then the final shaker is just another EAA shake, which I have towards the end of training or immediately after finishing training, which is essentially my post-workout training shake. So we'll make these sups up and head off to the gym. I'm going to leave the camera at home today because this video is purely a day in the life, not a training video, so we'll take you through this particular workout in a future video. But what my meals are, it's probably going to end up being more of a full day of eating rather than a day in the life as such, but that's fine. I'm going to break up all the training videos. 50 ml, 250 ml of coconut water. I have a lot of fluids and hydration throughout my training. Very important to keep the muscles hydrated and keep yourself hydrated. So we've got 1.2 litres of that one, We've got 800 ml, 700 ml of that bottle, 800 ml of that bottle, so there's 2.7. I have about 3.5 litres of fluids throughout my training time. So a lot of fluid goes in this block, and I mean throughout a day I'll generally have close to 6 litres of fluid, 6 or more litres of fluids. So a lot of water going in. Anyway, still keeping the muscles hydrated and making sure that we get good blood flow. Speaking of blood flow, I also take some sodium tablets pre-workout, so gotta remember to take those as well. So yeah, let's get these sups ready. So supplements. Intra-workout of choice, Amino Lean by Gentech. So 1 scoop of that goes in the shaker with the coconut water. There's that one. Pre-workout. We have our second serving of creatine that goes in. So as with the morning shake, that also had the creatine in there. So we've got 1 scoop of creatine monohydrate going in there. I don't weigh it, I just chuck a couple of scoops in throughout the day. Pre-workout of choice today, Zombie Labs Infected. Again, that one's available at Australian Muscle. I think this one's actually getting discontinued because they've got so many different stim-based pre-workouts available now. But anyway, Infected, we've got the Raspberry Ripper flavour, so we're going to go with, it's nearly 10:30. I'll do 1.5 scoops of that today. That'll give me 300 megs of caffeine. 1 scoop's 160, 2 scoops is 320. I'll still do 1.5, so that'll be about 240-ish off the top of my head. So 1.5 scoops of that, and then we've got a non-stim pre-workout to maximise the muscle pumps, because we're training chest today and I want to get a fucking sick pump. So there's 1 scoop left in that container, so we'll finish that off. So that's pre-workout sorted. 1 scoop of Sidekick, 1.5 scoops of Infected, and probably about 10 grams of creatine. Intra shake number 2 is the electrolytes. Again, that's Dr. Hydrate that I had before. And then the final shake, Faction Labs Core 9 EAA formula. Chuck 1 scoop of that in. And that's the pre-intra post-workout supplementation all sorted. So we're going to head off to the gym now, and I'll see you guys back here for post-workout Ninja Creamy. Alright, we are back from the gym and we have the Ninja Creamy ready to go. So this is a blend that I've been using for the better part of a year now, over a year. Started using it during prep last year, so super low calorie option, 180 calories for this whole pint of ice cream. This one is literally 110 grams of frozen strawberries. We've got a serving of protein powder, so the protein I'm using in this one is a plant-based protein, so the, what's it called? Protein of the Gods by Hercules Supplements in the vanilla. And then I've just got 19 grams of sugar-free strawberry topping with it. And that's everything. So this is going to be my post-workout treat, post-workout shake essentially, that I've just turned into an ice cream. Makes dieting super easy. It's delicious. And Holly enjoys having a lick of the container after we're done with it as well. So it's a fan favourite all round. So I'm going to tuck into this and I'll be back for the next meal in probably about an hour from now. Alright, we are going to do a afternoon work block. Just made myself a decaf coffee. Sorry for swearing at the coffee lovers out there. But it's 2:30 p.m. and I'm definitely not having any more coffee at this, any more caffeine at this time of day. So decaf it is. I'm going to do this last meal plan that I need to get done, and that is work done for the day. And then I can just finish off my step count, finish off my meals, and call it a day. So I'm gonna crack on with this work, and I will see you guys at the next meal. Alright, we are back with meal number 3. So we've got a massive bowl here. We've got chicken, rice, pineapple, as I mentioned earlier. We've got zucchini. So we've got, 100 grams raw weight jasmine rice, cooked in chicken stock. We've got 166 grams of raw weight chicken breast. So that's because I cook a kilo bulk and then I separate between 6 meals. So 166 grams of raw weight chicken breast there, 150 grams of pineapple, 300 grams zucchini, and then we've got 80 grams of kimchi in there, and some hot sauce and some salt. And that is meal number 3. So we have 686 calories in this meal, 50 grams of protein, 114 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of fat. So perfect post-workout meal. We're going to take this down. Work is done for the day, so just got steps left to do. Currently sitting at 17,000 steps for the day, so we're going to either go out for another walk or I'll jump on the treadmill again, finish off the steps of the day, and that'll be it. So we can get this meal down, and either see you at the walk or see you at the next meal. Alright guys, we are back. Just finishing off the steps now on the treadmill. So got Holly out for another walk just before, and just been doing some little bits and pieces around the house. We're currently sitting at 21,500 steps, so we'll just do probably like 20 minutes on here, and that'll finish the steps off for the day. Once I finish off these steps, I'm going to call it a day for the video as well, so I'll just overlay some footage of the final couple meals of the day, and I'll just run you guys through what those are now, because once I finish these steps I'm going to put myself in a vegetative state on the bed in a dark room and wind down for the night. Try and get a good night's sleep before we do it all over again tomorrow. Next meal we have chicken potato, pumpkin, zucchini, and some frozen stir-fry vegetables. So that one is 527 calories, 53 grams of protein, 6 grams of fat, and 62 grams of carbs. So as I said at the start of the video, we are just entering a mini cut, small deficit at the moment. So the dinner meal was one of the main meals that I took food away from, as well as breakfast. I took a little bit of carbs out of that cream of rice meal, away from cream of rice, and also from the last meal I've taken a little bit of carbs away from oats there as well. Yeah, particularly from the dinner meal. So that used to be like 80 to 100 grams of raw white rice, which was substantially more carbs than I'm currently having at dinner. Well, that I'll now be having at dinner. So that's a big change in the diet starting today. But looking forward to that meal. A little bit of something different. Been having rice for every meal, every like chicken-based meal for quite a while now. So switching it up with potato and pumpkin, something different flavors, always nice. So that's meal number 4 for the day. And then final meal of the day, just before bed, we'll have some oats. So we've got 120 grams of raw white oats. We'll chuck 47 grams of cinnamon Rule 1 whey protein in there. And we'll also put 240 grams of natural light Greek yogurt in on top of that as well. Get a nice little topping in on top of the oats. And then we'll top that off with some berries, so some frozen blueberries, frozen raspberries, 110 of blueberries, 100 of raspberries, basically the same ratios of berries as I had this morning with the cream of rice. And then we'll top that off with some peanut butter and some sugar-free caramel topping. And that'll round out the day. So that meal is 1,046 calories, 1,046 calories. So that's actually quite a substantial drop off from what I was having in that last meal. It's closer to 1,200 calories previously. So we are looking at 78 grams of protein in that meal, 115 of carbs, and 28 grams of fat. And that'll round out the day. And we're just about rounding out the day on steps. So I'm going to leave the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along on a day in the life, full day of eating, little bits and pieces of what I get up to in my day-to-day life. So I'm going to do a few more of these coming up. So if you enjoyed the video, like the video, share the video, do all that good YouTube shit, subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything that we're doing on the channel coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.